Good evening. Amen.
Okay, during our last lesson, we talked about energy and we defined energy as the ability to do work. Is it right?
Yes.
Okay, and as we begin, electrical energy, I would like to ask you just a question. We take a scenario. Electrical energy, even where we are now, is because of electrical energy. So we take this scenario of having blackouts in Kenya because we depend on electricity only. How will it be? It will be such a difficult moment because we can see we use electricity we use electrical energy in different works or in different areas or different fields. As I start, I would like to define. I would like to start by defining electrical energy. Electrical energy is the energy that comes from the movement of electrically charged particles. These particles move through conductors of electricity as current electricity. Okay, since it's the first part, our objective is to define electrical energy and its terms, and the first term that we have defined is electrical energy. I will repeat, electrical energy is energy that comes from the movement of electrically charged particles. Can someone define for me electrical energy? Electrical energy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Electrical energy, we've been told that this is the energy that comes due to the movement of these electrical charges or electrical particles.
Okay, nice one. Thank you. Another term we can talk of voltage, and voltage is the potential differences between 2 points in a circuit. And then we have the current. Number one, that is the electrical energy. Number two, we have the voltage, and we say voltage is the potential differences between 2 points in a circuit. In a layman's language, we can say the push or force that causes electric current to flow. And then another term, we have the current. These are the terms that we use in electrical energy. We can't go to electrical energy if we don't have all these terms. So we have the current, and the current is the flow of electrical charge, which are the electrons through a conductor, and a conductor we have like a wire. And then we have a circuit, a closed loop that allows electricity to flow. A circuit, and then let me tell you one thing, that for electricity to be transported from one area to the other, there must be a conductor. And a conductor, we can say these are the materials that allow electricity to flow through them. Why do we have these materials that do not allow electricity to flow through them? I've told you that conductors are these materials that allow electricity to flow through them. And then there are these materials that do not allow electricity to flow through them. What name are we going to give them? Oh, next one. They're called non-conductors. So non-conductors do not allow electricity to flow through them. So we will go to objective number 2. That's is to identify and describe the sources of electrical energy. So number 2, we look at sources of electrical energy. This means that the electrical energy we use, it should have the source where it comes from. And because of that, we have the sources which are divided into 2 groups. We have the renewable, and B, we have the non-renewable. May someone give me the definition of renewable?
These are the energy that can be used.
Yeah, the sources, these are the sources which can be used. Okay, so according to me, I find out that these are sources that can be naturally replenished over time and are considered sustainable if managed properly. So, under renewable, we have the solar energy. The solar energy, from solar energy, this comes from the sun and is inexhaustible. We have from wind energy. They are generated from moving air using wind turbine. We have the hydropower. This is the energy that we get from flowing water like rivers. And then we have the geothermal energy, where heat from the earth interior is used for power generation. Whereas non-renewable resources, this exists in fixed amounts or take millions of years to regenerate. So this cannot regenerate easily, unlike the renewable. So we have the fossil fuels. These are the coal, oil, natural gases. And then we have the nuclear energy. We have the minerals and metals, like the gold, copper, aluminum, iron, and many other. Okay. And then finally, we can, if I continue, maybe I look at us the categories of the sources, the category sources of electrical energy. 1, yeah, yes, 2,
Non-renewable.
yeah, non-renewable, those are the two sources. Okay, and then finally, when we deal with electrical energy, finally we reach at a point where in a legal application where us we use it. So we will just majorly deal with the household application. Okay, maybe I ask of the electrical appliances that we use at home.
Used in lighting.
But what I require is the appliances, all the equipment that we use at home that require electrical energy.
Okay.
Maybe I give you example so that you get more of it. We can start off the iron books, the electrical, yeah, the bulbs, fridge, yeah, and many more. So for the appliances that we use at home that require electrical energy, we have the refrigerators, we have the washing machines, we have the microwaves, we have the electric kettle. However, at home we also use the electrical energy for lighting. Like here, we're using the electrical energy, where the electrical energy is given, when the electrical energy is converted into light and heat. So when it's converted into light, it enables to when we switch on the which will switch on the lights, there will be lights. Finally, we have the heating and cooling, where there's air conditioners, heaters. This is where we have said when we convert electrical energy to light, we will light the bulbs. So when we convert the electrical energy into thermal energy, we have things like heaters, air conditioners, and many others. Okay, and that's for today's lesson. But before we break for today, I would like today we have looked electrical energy in the field of household application. So I urge you to go and look more on fields like we have electrical energy in the field of industrial application, electrical vehicles. We can see like there's some motorbikes or some bicycles which can move without the presence of the electric batteries. We have communication and technology. We have the internet. So for example, if electricity is missing, you can see that there will be no Wi-Fi. We have the medical field where we can carry out X-ray, operation, scanning, and many more. In the field of agriculture, irrigation. So what I require you to do is you go and look for this is how list two sources of electrical energy. And then I would like you to go and look more on the electrical energy on different fields. And that's the lesson for today. Okay, before I break, maybe I may ask any question or any clarification.
You said what was renewable source of energy. Can you clarify that point?
Okay, renewable. We talked about renewable sources of energy. These are the resources which can be regenerated.
Yeah.
Yeah. On non-renewable, they cannot be regenerated. They take a long time to regenerate.
Okay, thank you.
So as I conclude, electrical energy is commonly or it's used mostly in today's life to do different things, especially in our generation. Many things we can't do without the presence of electrical energy. Okay, before we break,
Let's just
may I take a picture? Sophie, Letizia, Essentially, Strategies, Traits, or Book